Have you ever wondered how the world will look like if nature could speak to us? If the trees could ask why they are being cut down? If the rivers could protest their pollution? And if the air could demand to be clean again? The truth is, nature has always spoken to us through the seasons, through abundance, and now through disaster. The title of this talk is Innovation for Social Good, the Power of Small, Simple Climate Action. By this topic, my aim is to explore our relationship with nature, to challenge the notion of climate action as solely the responsibility of government and international organizations, and most importantly, to inspire everyone to step up, innovate, and be part of the solution. For centuries, our ancestors lived in harmony with nature because they followed the simple yet profound truth that human beings are not separate from nature, that we are a part of it. What we give, it gives back, and what we take, it remembers. Their lives has always been guided by the fundamental principle that emphasize respect for the environment, sustainability, and a deep understanding of the natural system. Go to any village in northern Nigeria, and I guarantee you will find Sarkin Ruwa and Sarkin Daji. And these are traditionally the custodians of the natural assets that breathe life to us. They are the people who understand, care for, and protect the environment. But unfortunately, somewhere along the way, we lost that balance. And look at where we are today, just because we have drifted from that connection. We buy more than we grow. We waste more than we use. And we take from Mother Nature more than we give back. Now, the question is, how can we live sustainably, consume responsibly, while ensuring that future generations have the opportunity to lead healthy and fulfilling lives? Reclaiming the future, to me, starts with the small, conscious choices we make every day. It's about innovating in our own small ways, about rethinking and reforming the ways we interact with nature. But when we think of innovation, most people take their minds straight to cutting-edge technologies, billion-dollar startups, or even groundbreaking discoveries. But the truth is, innovation is not always about scale or complexity. It's about finding new creative ways to solve problems, even with limited resources. And sometimes, the simplest ideas lead to the most impactful solution, potentially changing lives and reshaping the future. Take, for instance, the global movement to ban single-use plastic. We all know it didn't start with government policies or corporate giants. It began with small actions like individuals choosing reusable bags, cafes ditching plastic straws, and communities organizing cleanup events. And over time, these small steps snowballed into a global call for change. Ladies and gentlemen, it is common sense that if small actions can drive impactful change, then ignoring small warning signs will inevitably lead to even greater problems in the future. And nowhere is this inference more evident than in the case of climate change. A clear national emergency that, much like insecurity, threatens Nigeria's very existence. While the news of insecurity may dominate our daily headlines, climate change silently fuels most of the challenges we face today. From food shortages to mass displacement, climate change is reversing all efforts against poverty and deepening vulnerabilities. I believe all of us here are aware of the recent disaster, which displaced families, destroyed homes and businesses, and shattered millions of dreams in Maiduguri, Borno State. Even here in Katagum, we see how farmers are grappling with harsh realities, watching helplessly as floods washed away their farms and destroyed their livelihoods. According to reports, the 2022 floods alone cost Nigeria an estimated $6.6 billion in economic losses. And mind you, floods are just one of the many ways climate change is reshaping our realities. From relentless drought to scorching heat waves, every corner of the country is feeling its impact. The frequency of extreme weather events, coupled with Nigeria's development challenges, underscores the billions of dollars lost in development spending, reaffirming the fact that climate change is no longer a distant issue. It's happening right here in our communities, and we are living its reality every single day. But despite this challenge, there are so many inspiring examples of how simple innovations are transforming communities around the world. In East Africa, and most recently Nigeria and other West African countries, women are becoming entrepreneurs and agents of change through a program that empowers them to sell affordable solar lamps and other clean energy solutions in their communities. This initiative has helped reduce carbon emission, improved air quality, and saved a lot of money for families who have relied solely on kerosene for light. In the Philippines, they are turning waste into education through the Trash for Tuition program, where parents and students collect recyclable materials and exchange them for tuition fees. You see, not only does this initiative help reduce the amount of waste polluting the environment, it also provides children access to education they might not otherwise afford. Another key innovation that is particularly very close to my heart is the Seed to Success project, which was designed and implemented by Katagum Youth League in partnership with our organization, United Front Africa. Seed to Success was our response to the floods in 2024, which destroyed over 3,500 farms, impacting an estimated 60,000 people in Bauchi State directly. The Katagum zone was chosen for this intervention because it recorded almost 70% of the total impact, surpassing the South and Central zones combined. And with funding from Wunta Al-Khair Foundation, we train young smallholder farmers from the 7 local government areas of the zone, equipping them with hands-on skills in climate-smart farming, farm-level disaster risk reduction, and community-driven early warning systems. The Seed to Success project was anchored on the idea that the only way Nigeria can effectively feed its rapidly growing population without exacerbating the climate crisis is by tapping into the potentials of its predominantly young, dynamic population through agriculture. Personally, I believe that policies and investments must leverage innovation in sustainable farming, which holds the triple benefit of generating massive employment opportunities for the youth, enhancing food security, and strengthening resilience to climate change. At the heart of this initiative lies a simple truth. You don't need to be rich, famous, or powerful to make a difference. All it takes is the willingness to act and the resilience to charge forward. Trusting that when we compost, plant trees, or simply commit to reducing our carbon footprint, we are not just mitigating climate change, we are sending a powerful message that collective action starts with personal responsibility. Even though systemic change is crucial, I know, it's individuals, people like you and I, who lay the foundation for sustainable future. The bottom line is, we cannot wait for any external force to rescue us from climate change. We have to take on the mantle of responsibility, and we must start from somewhere because the time for action is now. Ladies and gentlemen, small actions, when multiplied by many, create unstoppable movements. Each time we act, we inspire others to act too. One small action becomes 2, then 10, then thousands, and in no time you will see small ripples becoming waves of change. Take a moment to imagine what could happen if every person in this room left today with a simple commitment to take one small step for social good. Maybe it's teaching a child about recycling, raising awareness about climate change, or simply supporting a local initiative. Small actions inspire others and build the foundation for lasting change. In the end, I'll close with this. Climate action is not reserved for the privileged or the powerful. It's an invitation to all of us to reimagine what is possible, to act boldly in small ways, and to trust that our efforts will one day multiply. Thank you.